Hi, welcome to Friday Folktales with Rohini. Vidamudan and Kodamudan, a folktale from Tamilnadu. There was a great Kodamudan in a place called Tiruvella. Now, Kodamudan means those persons who never part with their things. Every day, Kodamudan used to bring 10 paddy rice from different houses, telling them that he had to feed the Brahmins. But he cleverly avoided everybody who came to take food in his house by saying, Ayo, today 10 Brahmins are already taking food in our house. Please come back tomorrow. In this way, he used to make one excuse or the other and never give even one morsel of food to anybody. He and his wife were thus passing their days merrily. In the same town, there was another Brahmin named Vidamudan. Now, Vidamudan means those persons who are determined to take things from people who are not willing to part with them. Now, Vidamudan's idea was to get food from persons who never used to part with their things. He heard the name of Kodamudan and also came to know all about his actions. He was determined to take food in Kodamudan's place. One fine morning, he went to Kodamudan's house and told him his desire of taking food in his house that day. Kodamudan, as usual, said, Ayo, today I have already invited 10 Brahmins. Please come back tomorrow. Vidamudan, who had decided to take food there, thought of coming the next day. So, the next day morning, Vidamudan reached Kodamudan's house early and said, As you asked me to come today, so I have come. But Kodamudan was in a fix now. He came to know that ordinary excuses will not be enough to drive Vidamudan away. So he went inside his house and consulted his wife. He asked his wife to lie down in bed and pretend as if she was having severe headache. He then came out and said to Vidamudan, It is true that I invited you today, but as my wife has been suffering from severe headache since yesterday night, there will not be any annadana to Brahmins till she gets well. As soon as she becomes well, I shall send for you. You kindly come back and take food that day, he said. Vidamudan said, Ayyo, for such a small reason, how can you refuse Brahmins from taking food in your house? I know cooking. Let me quickly tie my dhoti and enter the kitchen. You also come. We will both cook and eat and prepare pongal for your wife. Now Kodamudan did not know what to do. He thought that he would make him cook and would drive him away without serving him any food. He further thought that his wife would be saved from the botheration of cooking. He said to Vidamudan, Come, let us cook then. As soon as the food was ready, Kodamudan said to Vidamudan, I have only one plantain leaf to take food on. Please go and bring another for yourself. Vidamudan agreed and went out. Kodamudan then went to his wife and said, I have saved you from the botheration of cooking food. Now I have sent him to bring plantain leaf. As soon as he comes back, you start quarreling with me. I will beat the wall and pretend as if I am beating you. And then you start weeping loudly. When he sees all this, he will go away, said Kodamudan. Now Vidamudan, who had gone out to bring a plantain leaf, came at that time. The husband and wife started quarreling as planned. The wife said, What is this? Whosoever comes to this house, you give them food. We do not have anything left for tomorrow. What do you think about this? How do you think we will run the house? Now the husband said, If I feed the Brahmins, why should you feel bad? I am spending only my hard-earned money. I am not taking money from you, he said. Saying this, He got up and started beating the wall with all his strength. The wife pretended to weep loudly. Vidamudan, who was watching all this, thought that it was not proper for him to go in front of them at this time. So he slowly went to the storeroom near the kitchen and sat near the cow dung cakes. This went on for quite some time. When Kodamudan got tired of hitting the wall for a long time, he came out and, not finding Vidamudan there, went in and told his wife that the guest had left and that they should take food. He served the cooked food in 2 plantain leaves. When they were just about to sit and take food, the husband said, "I beat you without hurting you. See how clever I am." The wife said, "I wept constantly without actually being sad." Now Vidamudan, who was hiding himself near the kitchen, said, "I also came back without going away. See how clever I am." And saying this, he quickly jumped from that place and sat in front of the plantain food where food was already served. Plantain leaf where food was already served. Kodamudan had no other way out but to serve Vidamudan also the food. Vidamudan thus had a nice hearty lunch in the house of Kodamudan. Thank you.